Hello. Excuse me. Senran again. I was getting my controller. I keep it behind me, and I should probably keep it in front of me. But yeah, I level grinded a bit off stream. Just the characters I played already though. Let me know if the volume's too high for the game, because I I did bring it up. Yeah, mostly it was just leveling the styles up to level 4. So really it's only Asuka, Yagyu, Kagura, and Katsuragi who are at that, and they're all different levels too. Since I just went up to where the style level is level 4. Haven't started Hibari yet since I haven't played as her yet. Spent like half of yesterday doing that. Well, half of when I was awake anyway. And I bought most of the stuff in the store. Well, at least the equipable stuff. 3 left. Then some more will probably unlock once I finish the chapter. Which shouldn't be too long, I don't think. I'm pretty sure it's just either this one or the next one or just this one. So yeah, let's get to the story. Also a reminder that I'm not going to be talking over voiced stuff. I might talk between it, but not over it. Oh yeah, I changed the costumes too. Yeah, Hibari's kind of the childish type of character. Maybe not as much as, I think it was Minori from that other school. For sure she is more the childish type. Yeah, Senran really starts more, I guess it's just a general trope of shonen type stuff, where it kind of starts with kind of more slice of life type stuff before getting into the proper conflict. It did do the villain introduction thing last time, showing Homura. I forget if it shows the whole team in the original version. I don't really remember. And here's how to change all of them too. Forgotten that I switched all of them out. You can set it to just show the original costumes and story, but I didn't do that. Maybe I should set it to that though. Okay, so it's not too long of a story thing. I guess since it's just a basic story, kind of like a beginning side episode type thing, it wouldn't do too much. So probably I'm gonna be... What was it? Oops. There we go. Oh right, since I haven't played as her, it doesn't launch them. I'm kind of getting too used to how it is for the other characters, where it launches them whenever you do that thing. The parry, I mean. Well, also, what was I gonna say? Alright, it doesn't level up the thing for the style or whatever, unless you're using it, so I'd have to go into the... That's bad timing. Into the transform thing in order to use it. But I don't want to do that right now. Should probably use this more though. Actually, I wonder if it's gonna... It probably won't. Do like a one-on-one battle thing. Oh, it's these... I'm getting the timing all wrong. There we go. There should be some healing items somewhere around the... Actually, there's also those things. Let me... The hidden scrolls or whatever. The information files. Secret files. I think that's what they're called. Should be somewhere in one of these boxes. There's like 3 of them, I think. Oh. Failed it. I maybe should have done that at the beginning instead of waiting until the more powerful enemies are out. At least it's somewhat... Well, it won't level up the styles, right? No, it doesn't. Yeah, you only get levels for that when you're transformed. Actually, maybe I will switch to transformed state just to level her, I guess. Let me get those items first. Also, parrying gives a charge right away. Like this, watch. Oh, that's bad timing. There we go. So it gives a charge so you can go straight into transformation. Oh, we've already seen the transformation for her since I did it on the one-on-one fight against her. Up there. So pretty much I'm gonna have to run around the whole thing to try to find it. Yeah, there's one. And I think it was 3 on this map. From this mission. Because it's not per map, it's per mission. And I've gotten permission to... Yeah, I can't really think of a good furthering of that joke, but... Wait, was there... I don't know, that was background stuff. 2. Unless it goes into like another area on the map or whatever. Actually, using up this time is probably going to bring down the score. I don't know if it's based on time or what. 2. Yeah, that might be it actually. I'm pretty sure it was 3, but could be I'm misremembering. Also, I think the upgrades, like for the style stuff, carries over to the other styles, but I could be wrong about that. I know the one for parrying, where it launches them, does carry over. No idea about the other stuff though. Also, the launch thing unlocks in level 2 of this one, like for the transformation one. I guess I could level a bit to be able to do this one a bit more easily, but kind of don't feel like it right now. And it'll probably take up, not probably, it will take up more time. More time in this, I mean. Should probably use the ninja arts. Probably. Alright. Giantess fetish stuff. Forgot about that. Also the combos I don't really full think for. Like what you have to input. I know it's just generally just X and Y, but which one goes where, I mean. Actually, I think that one, this one's the, yeah. The kind that goes across, I guess. Across the area. Yeah, I think I probably am kind of underleveled. I guess maybe it does expect you to play as each character at least once per stage. Possibly. Ah. I guess I can still use this. It's probably already B rank anyway. Actually, I don't know if using the arts lowers your rank any. I just kind of generally just avoid using them. And there's fail again. Yeah, I might have to level after all. I don't know if it carries over. Let me see if it shows on the fail screen, like for picking up the stuff. Okay, yeah, it does count them, so I can just do it. Oh wait, I think I might have it on hard mode actually. Yeah, I have it on hard, because I've been using hard mode to level the characters. Hold on. Yeah, I'll just switch to the middle difficulty. That's the main reason I've been doing that bad, I guess. Well, compared to how I was doing on the last ones. It should be easier now. Gotta measure this. Because I don't know if skipping this part will end up skipping over the what's it called? If it'll skip over the last part of the scene. Okay. Probably I will transform right away. Again, just to get the level for it. Or the XP or whatever. Also, there's kind of a... like if you get out of the... what's it called? If you get out of guard, there's a slight delay before you can use it again. At least for the other characters. That one wasn't close enough for it. There we go. I'm getting pretty good at pairing. I truly am good at video games. Even if this isn't like peak video games or anything. Yeah, even if it is kind of whatever. Wait, did it launch anyway? I think it might have launched. Guess I can try again. Oh, it did launch. I guess I leveled it enough. So now I can do what I was used to. Yeah, Hibari isn't really my favorite of the characters. I guess I already said which ones were my favorite last time. But still. The hair movement, I guess, is kind of supposed to be like a kid trying to do gymnastics, especially with her role. Let me show that in a bit. That kind of thing. I was thinking that while I was... There we go. This might end up being an A rank. Possibly, because of... And this game has a lot of vertical. I guess I already knew that. It's kind of like... I think I already mentioned Arcana Heart in the context of this game. In terms of verticality, it's like that kind of game. And it would be that Arcana is more like this game since Arcana came out first. So I don't know if you can parry their arrows. Like use it as the parry thing where it launches them. Doesn't seem like it since I tried it earlier, but it didn't really do anything. Really, it takes a while to get to them when doing that. Oh, that's not the last set, I guess. Maybe it would have been better to use this one. Also, I'm not sure if it still uses 2. Because I think in the previous games, I'm pretty sure the one set to Y. Like the ones mapped to Y. Used 2, but the other ones used 1. It goes like that. But I could be wrong about that, I'm pretty sure though. Unless it counts that full bar as 1. There we go. I'm not gonna level on stream it though. I'm gonna try to not try to get A rank and everything. Further, not try to repeat missions just to get A rank. I'll do that off stream. Even if it does kinda not really bother me, but prefer to get A rank right away, I guess.
ん手加減したの？え？いや、そのひどいよ、そんなの。ごめんね、本当にごめん。
Also, let me know if there's static. For my mic, I mean. It's off topic, but still.
仲間のために盾になるって難しいね。
Also, her hair was her hair was clipping into her head.
ううん。でもひばりのためを思ってくれたのは嬉しいよ。ひばりちゃん、二人で補習を受けよっか。うん、そうしよう。
B rank. Oh, C rank. I guess part of it is that they threw in those, well, partially because of the arrow ones, and then partially because of the sword ones. Since they can attack from so far. And since, well, I guess just generally getting hit knocks you out of fighting. Oh, this kind of story thing is, well, might take a long. Hopefully it's not too long. I wasn't expecting that kind of language, but alright. I opened my eyes to see these arms healing. The clock by my bed says it's 4 a.m. I had the same dream as usual. It's been that way for the past few years, and I always wake up right at the same point. Dream or not, it leaves me unsatisfied. You'd think I'd at least be able to find satisfaction in my own dreams, or in my dreams, but no. My name's Katsuragi. Well, my parents named me something else, and I do still like that name. But this is my code name for now. Or my code name now. But all the characters have code names. Or I guess all the characters' names are code names. As far as I'm aware, they don't ever give their actual names. Which is pretty interesting, I think. It's what everybody calls me, and I'm used to it. Never really cared much about names anyway. After I finish changing, I jump out the dorm window and dash off into the mountains. Shinobi's morning starts early. Keep looking towards the preview to kind of read it off of there. Like I'm going back and forth between. Yeah, I guess I can read off the preview because it's kind of easier for me to look right than left for some reason. I'm still just a student, but the basic routine isn't all that different from a full-fledged one. What is different is the danger. The only opponents we students fight are dummies, every single day. Even if I do get to fight outside of class, it's just thieves or gang members. Here's the CG. It gets really boring. I want to fight someone much stronger. Oh, this might be a fight against, who's her fight? Who's her? Hikage, I think, is her rival, or whatever. Since they each have rivals. Kind of. I'm pretty sure hers is Hikage. So I can't miss out on training. So when someone really tough does show up, you bet your ass I'll fight him with no regrets. First off, I do some stretching to limber up, and a quick jog across the field. I feel good as I listen to my footfalls on the mountain road and the chirping of the birds. After 6 miles, I do some more stretching, then 100 push-ups and sit-ups each. I should exercise too. 100 push-ups and sit-ups is good. Well, usually, I don't know. Yeah, I usually do them in sets of however many. Wait, that's sit-ups. I can't really do sit-ups. I guess I could try to do those. But I don't know if I'd be able to. Push-ups I'd probably do in sets of 20 or something. Maybe 10. I guess I could start sets of 20, then go into 10. Because usually I get kind of... Well, after a while I can't really do more than... Well, push-ups I get tired of easily, I guess. Maybe my arms aren't really that strong. Yeah, I might do that later. Won't run though, because I don't want to go outside. By the time I break a sweat, the sun finally decides to put in an appearance. The orange sunshine peeks between the trees, coloring the whole mountain in a warm glow. I love this time of day. Once I finish, I start to head back to the dorms when I feel a small presence behind me. Turn around, but there's nothing there. I say it without even thinking. Choco's my dog's name. He's a pedigree Pomeranian, small enough to hold in one hand. He's round like a little ball, and I used to love to roll the little guy around. But one day Choco disappeared. I'd had him since I was little. Ever since then, whenever I get that odd feeling, I find myself thinking of maybe it's him. It's silly to think he'd just show up. But I can't bring myself to give up hope. I'm still always looking for him. I feel my eyes welling up with tears. Actually, Choco wasn't the only one who vanished. My parents disappeared right along with him. As for why and how they disappeared, I think I understand. It's how I want to be strong. If you're not strong in a shinobi's world, you lose everything. My throat kind of itches. I've never actually talked to anyone at school about my family. Getting all mopey about that kind of thing just isn't my style, you know? Come on. Never mind, I guess. I changed my mood through sheer force of will. Actually, I wonder if it's gonna be 2 CGs per thing. Last one I had 2 CGs, I think. And I can remember another one kind of tied to Katsuragi. But I don't remember if it was from Burst or Shinobi. I walk into the ninja room and go straight for the sushi counter. I fire up the casserole dish. Pour some water in the pan for my special miso. Once it boils, I throw in some noodles and add a dash of wild grass I found while I was running. The smell of miso gradually fills the ninja room. After 3 minutes of unashamed drooling, the ultimate shinobi cooking is done. As I eat my wild grass and ramen special, a weird sight suddenly fills my vision. Something around is moving on the other side of the screen door. Oh, it might actually be what's-her-face. I fling the screen door open without thinking. I can't believe my eyes. A soft, fluffy ball is floating in the air. Judging by the color and form, it's not one of Master Kiria's ninja tools. Not to mention he never brings out his tools outside of class. I spring to my feet. I kick the ball clean in half. It disappears in a puff of smoke, with nothing left behind. I scan all around me for threats. There's no sign of the enemy, but my adrenaline is still at max. I'll bet that thing was an enemy probe. If it was just floating around at random, there's no telling what kind of data could have uncovered. And if that's true, it was probably sending data back. Which would mean a battle is on the horizon. I see now that Asuka is in the room. Not sure when she walked in. She looks worried. He's pointing at my now cold ramen.
授業に遅刻するって言ってもカツネラーメンは絶対に残さないじゃない。きっとなんかあったんだよ。
Asuka's a persistent one.
みんなが揃ったら全部話すよ。
Okay, the story proper is gonna start up soon. Once everybody's gathered, I tell them about the ball.
キリア先生に相談した方がいいんじゃないかな。
Yeah.
同感だ。
でも今日はキリア先生出張の日だったはず。
I don't think I'm gonna read like the stuff about the dialogue. I forget what it's called. Or it says like such and such character says. That kind of thing I don't think I'm gonna read.
どうしよう。敵が攻めてくるかもしれないんでしょ。ひばりたちだけでなんとかなる？まだ敵が来ると決まったわけではない。
I disagree with all of them. I want to fight. I want to fight someone tough. That's why I've done all this training. I want to see just how strong I really am. Can't tell them that though. Not when I see how anxious they all are. They'll come. I know the enemy is coming. Yeah, that was definitely What's-Her-Face's... Well, one of What's-Her-Face's puppets. Or robots or whatever. Forget her name. And completely convinced. And if they're out to get us, it makes perfect sense that they do it while our master is away. There's a strange looking girl in the courtyard. She doesn't hide her cold intent to kill. I can feel it. I'm drowning in it. Yeah, it's gonna be a fight against What's-Her-Face. Or against Hikage. I think. They're here. Actually, this might be switching between characters fighting each of their rivals. They're here. They're finally here. Move to the courtyard in a group. Oh no, yeah, it's What's-Her-Face. I forget her name. Oh no, I guess it's Homura. Black-haired girl takes a single step forward. The Hebijo Clandestine Girls Academy. All shinobi students have heard its name. It's a notorious school where evil shinobi are raised and trained. But as notorious as it is, everything about it is shrouded in mystery. During Kagura's attempted misdirection, the girl pulls out a photograph and invokes a camouflage barrier. Pictures of me right before I kicked that ball, so that ball was for surveillance after all. Homura chuckles and draws a sword. I get ready to fight, but Asuka stops me. Homura and Asuka seem to be acquainted. Battles between shinobi are meant to be one-on-one. That's what we've always been taught. But if I let Asuka handle this, I won't get to fight. Here's Hikage. A girl with an expressionless face appears next to Homura. Her eyes are blank as she draws closer to me. Also, since it says it's one-on-one, probably this would make for a pretty good fighting game. Yeah, there she is. Kage draws a knife and slashes at me. Her expression as static as her moves are fluid. I dodge out of the way at the last moment and create some distance. She's following orders then. I can sense her strength. Finally I get to fight someone tough. I've never been this happy in my life. Hold on, let me... There we go, that should be better. Probably. Fighting people like her is the only way I'll get stronger myself. Stand back every— oh. Right, this is voiced. Whoops. Kagura nods slightly at me. Bari and Yagyu take a step back. Asuka and Homura, Hikage and me. Finally get our first taste of real combat. Okay, so this is gonna be one-on-one. Might switch between the two. Yeah, it's probably this one first and then... Probably this one first and then the second one. Or... Asuka and Homura first, I mean, and then... Katsuragi and Hikage.
まさかこんなところでまた会うなんてね。一つ聞いてもいい？どうして超秘伝忍法書が必要なの？
Wait, I'm kind of mixing up the plot of this one and Shinobi. Since I was kind of thinking it was the thing where you fight a school so that they shut down or whatever. The deep breath was because I'm pretty sure I'm running out of oxygen. I think that's why I was yawning. Oh yeah, it's gonna be Asuka and Nomura first, and then I already said, but yeah, it's probably gonna be that. And since I'm kind of over leveled as both of them, this might end up being kind of easy. Also, luckily for me, the ranking doesn't like it's not one per, like a rank per individual character. Alright. I'm getting the timing wrong. Oh, I guess theirs is faster. Yeah, it's a... Okay, I got that timing right this time. Okay, now I have the timing. I forgot. The colors for the transformation background are for their for school, I think. I should have checked how much this needed. Not this. Probably isn't the best to interrupt gameplay to try to find this stuff. Like, it probably would have been better if I just continued with the mission and did it off stream or something. Also, I like this music. A lot of the time, drill synths don't really work that much, depending on the song. But I think they work in here. Plus with the guitars. Oh, I guess there aren't any. That's the timing off. Forgot to do that. Because I was going to activate it. Right, that's what I set hers to. I forgot. Oh, that's a guard break one. Yeah, this game has taunts in it. I messed up the timing on there again. Must have to be locked on or something. Alright, guard break. I blocked it though. Okay, there we go. Oh, I guess it can still hit while you're in the air. And since they kind of aren't stunned by you hitting them, they kind of still knock you out of any attack string. There we go. Okay, there we go. I think this... oh no, there's still the chance that it'll... that it'll still do the second close break thing. This one it might be fine. Better to just do this. Yeah. I don't know why it's doing it so late, the close break. Usually it's like the one towards... not really towards the middle, but... actually you can usually get them both just by a single... chase... air rave string. String, rather. Like do multiple one after another, and you'll get two of them. Okay, it keeps the clothes torn this time. This kind of ground texture, it's really PS2. I guess maybe also PS1. Maybe. I've never played PS1. It looks like there weren't any. And the one after this one might be the last one of the chapter. I'm gonna go check the stuff in the store first. There's like 3 things left here, I think. Yeah. Could probably... No, not yet. Well, I guess I can get all of them. And there's the rest of this stuff. Oh, I guess that was the last one of the chapter. And then the free... Oh no, that's chapter 2. Oh, there's free missions already. I don't know if I'll do those off stream. It might be better to do those off stream. Anyway, chapter 2. Because I guess there's no Katsuragi fight. Ninja room's atmosphere is thick and heavy. My students' faces are dark with despair. Hardly surprising. There's a world of difference between classwork and actual combat. Asuka and Katsuragi lost their battles, and the other 3 are in shock. I'm unsure of what to say next. Should I praise them, tell them that they did well? They survived their first real fight, and that alone is noteworthy. Asuka's staring me straight in the face. Her gaze is that of a puppy looking at its owner. I'm suddenly reminded of a former student. Rin. That's right. Never again will I repeat that mistake. I finally find the words to continue speaking. Rin. The first pupil I ever had. She always sought to become a super ninja in order to help bring peace to the world. Her enthusiasm as a student was a huge help to me as a teacher. She was always like that. The moment she caught sight of me, she'd ask me to help her train. At times I applauded her unbridled enthusiasm, though it occasionally troubled me. Rin and I went to a small hill. Many wooden dummies were set up for training. Rin demolished dummies in sequence. After breaking 6 dummies in a row, she was breathing hard. From her face, it was obvious that she was ready for more. It was as if growing stronger were a foregone conclusion. After all, a shinobi is like a pawn in chess, disposable. Anyone who seeks to become a shinobi has to come to terms with that, which is why her enthusiasm concerned me. I spoke without thinking. It was so silly that I was momentarily at a loss for words. Rin's eyes held naked curiosity. Her simple, unadulterated gaze caught me off guard. I found myself answering her question, despite never having told anyone else. I was trained as a shinobi from a young age. Never once was I in doubt about it. Since my parents were shinobi, I would be one as well. It was simply a matter of course. I had talent as a shinobi, so my parents were not disappointed. I leaped up to the high shinobi rank with no difficulty. To say I was happy would be a lie. No matter my skill, I knew I was still disposable. What purpose did achieving high shinobi even serve?
最上人って言ったらさ、エリート中のエリートじゃない。それがさ、こう言っちゃなんだけど、どうして先生なんかになったの？
簡単な理由さ。忍びの任務で死ぬことはあっても、教師の仕事で死ぬことはない。
任務で死ぬ。
In that moment, I saw her face stiffen.
そうだよね。私も忍びになる以上覚悟する。命をかけてラブ&ピース。
Sure enough, cheer and optimism rushed back into her face. I wondered just how much Rin understood about being a shinobi. It made me somewhat uneasy, but when I looked in her eyes, I found I didn't have the heart to tell her so. It might be a good thing, I thought. It might be good to have a shinobi like her. She didn't have a doubt in her mind. And when she was there in front of me, neither did I.
もう一度言う。ヘビ女の生徒にやられて気落ちしているような奴は、忍びになるのを諦めてここから出ていけ。
I immediately sensed the change in the ninja room's atmosphere.
キリア先生、いくらなんでも言い過ぎでは？そうだよ。キリア先生、そりゃないぜ。
Katuragi's face puffs with irritation.
あたいは何を言われてもいいさ。だけど、アスカはまだ2年生だってのに、敵の大将みたいなやつと戦ったんだぜ。殺されなかっただけでも大したもんだよ。まずは一言ぐらい褒めてやってもいいんじゃないか？
Asuka looks downward with her eyes brimming red. A faint praise will only result in more sorrow down the road. I can feel it in my bones.
ヘビ女が育成しているのは、政治や企業の暗部を担う忍び、いわゆる悪人。非道と言われるような仕事も厭わない連中だ。
Everyone remains breathless at my words.
悪人は手段を選ばない。目的を達成するまで執拗に攻めてくるだろう。それこそ蛇のようにな。
戦いを避ける方法はないのでしょうか？
悪人は交渉が通じる相手ではない。奴らは必ずまた攻めてくる。
だったらこっちから先に攻めるってのはどうだ？
I shake my head silently.
ヘビ女の本拠地がつかめていないのは知っているはずだ。
Katsuragi sinks at my words. Hibari speaks up, trying to break the tension.
今度はキリア先生がいるから大丈夫だよ。
そうですね。キリア先生がいらっしゃれば。
Kagura nods in agreement with Hibari. Relief floods the students' faces. They all rely on me. I know that. It's only been a few years since their normal lives ended. The shinobi world is still very new to them in many ways. Of course, the idea of fighting evil shinobi to the death still scares them. But that's why
ヘビ女との戦いに関して俺は手を貸すつもりはない。
my students are stunned into silence.
なぜでしょうか？理由を教えてください。
キリア先生、ヒバリたちを助けてくれないの？ヒバリたちを見捨てるの？
Hibari pleads doubly on the verge of tears. I use the most authoritative voice I can muster.
前にも言ったはずだ。お前たちは学生とはいえ忍びだ。忍びとしての覚悟を持て。
I will never forget what happened at Rin's final exam. Not until the day I die.
これが最終試験だ。うまく合格すればお前は明日から一人前の忍びだ。
緊張するな。
She knew the stakes. She failed the test. The path of the shinobi would be forever closed to her. The final exam has to be completed before finishing one's time at the academy. And as a third-year student, this was to be Rin's very last chance. The final exam involves real combat. The opponents are wooden puppets, equipped with actual weapons. In order to pass, the students must destroy all of these puppets, unscathed, within the time limit. Rin's dedication was unmatched. She was a bit scatterbrained, and her grades weren't the best. If she didn't put forth her best effort, passing would be a very difficult prospect.
それじゃ行きます。
She rushed into the test site. Thought I saw a bit of a shiver as I watched her go. She'd always spoken glibly of wanting to be a super ninja. The truth is, she was actually quite naive, with no concept of the harsh reality ahead of her. Even so, she was also my first student. I wanted more than anything to send her out into the world of the shinobi, just as she dreamed. A wooden puppet leaped out of the grass. With practiced precision, I didn't cut it down.
よし、やった。
As soon as that first puppet fell, her movements grew more confident. I could see that in her as she cut down the second one. One after another, the puppets flew apart.
軽い軽い。
Rin was in perfect form. Her defense and offense were both on par with that of a great shinobi. She'd taken all her training to heart. But even though she fought with a fluid grace, I still felt a touch uneasy. Stay calm, Rin, I thought. Stay focused. Be aware of your surroundings. When one is doing well, one must be more cautious. And then my fears came true. A sniper puppet had been stationed 50 meters away from Rin, atop a tree. It raised its gun and took aim. Flushed with confidence, she seemed blind to its presence. What to do? If I did nothing, Rin would have been shot. And then the test would have been over. Her dreams of being a shinobi would have been shattered. Damn it, I thought. Without even thinking, I'd begun to move. A high shinobi can, with a proper effort, cover 50 meters of ground in an instant. I destroyed the puppet and covered my tracks. That much was easy for me. As a teacher, I was racked with guilt. I knew full well that I'd done something wrong. But in that moment, all I wanted was to see Rin's dream come true. Rin was jumping up and down in the grass. The test was over, and the unscathed Rin had otherwise cleared it. They gave her a passing grade then and there. And the next day, she received her first assignment as a full-fledged shinobi. Before she left, Rin came to see me, her eyes flooded with tears of pure joy.
今までありがとう。私、スーパー忍者に絶対になるからね。
ああ、楽しみにしているさ。
That would be the last time she and I spoke. Only a few months later, the principal informed me of Rin's death. My mind went a perfect blank white, and I can't recall much of what was said after that. All I can remember was that she had volunteered for an extremely dangerous mission, and as a result, had lost her life. Volunteered for an extremely dangerous mission? Why would she have done that? Why didn't anyone stop her? She was still too green. I tried to wrap my head around it, but I was in total shock. If I hadn't helped her during her final exam, then would not have become a shinobi. Her dream would have ended, but at least she'd still be alive.
俺がリンを殺したんだ。
I wept. For the first time in my life, I wept aloud. From an early age, my parents had driven home the point that a would-be shinobi must set aside their feelings. And yet I wept. I could do nothing else.
ヘビ女との戦いに俺を頼るような奴は忍びになるのを諦めてここから去れ。
If I were to fight off Hebiju for them, I wouldn't really be helping them at all. The path of the shinobi is a harsh one. One must continue to fight, even when no help is coming. I can do only one thing for those who wish to join that world. I can teach them not to let their emotions control them. There's no need for me to comfort them. What happened to me must never happen to any other student. The 5 of them listen to my words in silence, but not one of them moves to leave.
キリア先生、私をもっと鍛えてください。
あたいも決定的に頼むよ。
The Kagura and Yagyu quietly raise their own hands.
ひばりも頑張る。キリア先生に頼らないで戦うよ。だからキリア先生、ひばりをしごいてください。
Even Hibata gives me a look of absolute resolve.
そうか。お前たちの気持ちはよくわかった。それじゃ修行を始めるぞ。
I cannot directly watch over my students, but I can teach them how to protect themselves. I finally understand what it means to be a high shinobi. I will pass on all my skills and knowledge. I will teach them every hidden art and hide nothing. And so my precious students will carry on and survive for future battles. It's the only way I can look after them. And that's actual story in this game. Full on story. Like, I'm sure, I think I mentioned it last stream, and I'm pretty sure people, well, at least some people might write this game off as just being like all fan service stuff, which, while it is a really, really big aspect of it, there is more to it. At least I think so. And it is kind of, sometimes it is pretty basic stuff, I guess, but even going into that kind of stuff, I still, or because it goes into that kind of stuff, I like it.
桂木さん。ああ、怒るが。
That, and it's not afraid to not take itself so seriously.
大丈夫ですか？何が？まだ落ち込んでいるようですから。落ち込んでる？あたいが？もうヘビ女に負けたことなんて気にしてないって。さあ、ならいいのですけれど。ごめんな。変な気を使わせちまって。俺におっぱい揉んでやるよ。
Case in point.
それは結構です。とにかく何か心配事があるならちゃんと相談してくださいね。さすがはクラス委員だ。敏感だな。落ち込んでいる生徒は見逃さないや。日陰強いな。まさかあたいが膝をつくなんてさ。
あんたは弱いな。
あたいが弱いか。ほんと舐められたもんだよ。だけどこのまんま黙っていられるか。特訓また特訓で必ず日陰を倒してやる。
By the way, Yukage is one of my other favorites. So she's in my top 3, I guess. Yeah. This game has pretty good story. Well, sometimes anyway. I guess it depends. The spin-off games are for sure not as serious, I guess. But I guess overall they're not super serious. Some of them do have their serious points. But it overall depends on the individual game, I guess. Is there not any? I guess not. I guess I can check the mission listing again afterwards. But yeah. Oh, that one has items. The gameplay is, I guess, mid, but... Oh, that's where it was. Or what it dropped from. Let me check if there are any spawned in. Oh, none did. It doesn't look like. But yeah, the gameplay is kind of alright, I guess. It's kind of regular Muso type stuff for the most part. But the story, I feel like, kind of really makes up for it. Probably. Possibly. I like it at least. I'd probably recommend it. I don't know anything about any of the anime though. I haven't watched any of them. Aside from that one OVA that was attached to Peach. I think it was attached to Beach Splash. Yeah, it was. I already said that I don't really like Beach Splash as much. Let me check if anything unlocked. I don't think anything did. I think she said, like in the original JP version, that she's gonna put her through sexual harassment hell. Pretty sure that's what she said. Oh, A rank. I thought it would have been lower. Not below a B though. No, another regards, I guess. I do prefer below B. Double A even. There are only 2 characters like that in this game though. Possibly even in the series. One of them does grow when she transforms. Let's see. I think this one will switch to Yagyu. Yeah, it sounds like it. I think this one might be another one-on-one fight.
ヘビ女と戦うためにキリア先生の修行を受けているけど、ヒバリは全然強くなっている気がしないの。おまけに修行中転んだり怪我したりしてみんなにずっと迷惑かけてるし。
そんなことはない。一生懸命なヒバリを迷惑だなんて思うやつはいない。
一生懸命やっても結果が出なきゃダメなんだよ。
よし、とっておきのおやつをやろう。行列に並ばないと買えないほど人気の一品なんだ。
Oh, maybe it's not one-on-one. Sounds like there's other enemies coming through. Yeah.
そのうさちゃんドーナツを返してもらおう。私のものだ。
違う。このうさちゃんドーナツはヒバリのものだ。
うるさいうるさい。返さないなら力ずくだ。
うさちゃんドーナツは俺のところで売り切れた。それ
Oh, it skipped over some dialogue.
仕方ない。相手をしてやるか。
But yeah. I guess kind of the juxtaposition, the kind of over-the-top kind of stuff that you can equip the characters with could, at least for some people, maybe be a bit too much. Oops. Well, that's one of the things I like about it, I guess. And it doesn't take itself too seriously, but I've already said that. Because it knows it's kind of like, it knows it's a fan service game. Like it knows that it's a fan service game, but it still isn't afraid to be serious, I guess. Or at least serious for what it is, I guess. That's the timing for it. But yeah. Yeah. Gameplay still is kind of mid. I guess it's the same kind of deal with the Neptunia games. The characters and whatever are pretty good, but the gameplay itself is kind of not. Especially with that first one. I think I've already said before that the first Neptunia game is like kind of really bad. I'm considering maybe streaming it on, well, just streaming it at some point. Because I still do have a physical copy of it. I don't think they ever release like a PC version or whatever. Because that version is really bad. There's already the Rebirth versions on Steam. I guess I can't really parry her. And the Rebirth ones are definitely better than original versions. Well, at least for the first one.
すごい。やっぱり柳生ちゃんは強いね。ヒバリとは全然違う。そう、全然違うんだよ。だから柳生ちゃんにはヒバリの悩みはわからないよ。
Oh, I guess there is a one-on-one in this one. Excuse me.
お前の強さ、俺が確かめてやる。
そんなの意味ないよ。ヒバリと柳生ちゃんじゃ勝負になんかなりっこないし。
ぐずぐず言うな。始めるぞ。
Also, it's not really as easy in this game, but there are, like, you can't cancel, not really cancel, but like prevent the enemy when it's on one-on-one thing from transforming. It's a lot easier in the previous games. There are some fights, at least in that first. Oh wait, I forgot to check for that stuff. Like at least in Estival, not Estival, Shinobi, where there's more than one-on-one. There's one in particular where you fight against some of the characters from second Habijo. Not in any of those. Or maybe there isn't any in here. Pretty sure there would be, but I guess not. But yeah, in this, on this area, or maybe this way. By the way, I'm moving the camera, because you have to hold B to run like this. But I hold it with I hold B with my thumb and then use my index finger to oh, I messed that up. To move the camera with the C stick or the right stick or whatever. But yeah. I don't think there'd be any boxes up here. Oh. I'm really just messing up. Not super loud or anything, but still a little bit. By the way, I mentioned it on Twitter, but I've got Guilty Gear Strive. So now I'm just waiting for that to actually release so I can play it. And I probably am gonna stream it. This one really isn't breaking. I guess maybe some of the costumes don't break for some reason. Because while I was playing offline, off stream I mean, some of them just wouldn't break no matter what. And I don't know why that is. Yeah, like it would have broken there. It's weird. I wonder if it's weird that I've just been having serious talk about this game while playing it. LB. Oh wait, left stick. Yeah, I played a good amount of the Senran Kagura games. I think I've already mentioned that. The first one, Shinobi, both on Vita and on PC. A little bit of Estival. Some of Peach Beach Splash, which I already said that I don't like that much. And I haven't started. Well, I guess I've played a little bit of one of the mobile games too. Yeah, then I also have the rhythm game, which I haven't started yet.
俺もそう思う。
ありがとね、ヤギオちゃん。
分かってくれればそれでいいんだ。ほら、うさちゃんドーナツだ。
Oh, another thing that was gonna bring up that I noticed. The sleeves on this particular costume are like just a solid shape. So it's the arms clipping through it, instead of actually going through a sleeve or anything. Which I guess can be fine, but it's really noticeable when you have the arm in your face, I guess. Also, the text or writing on the... That's kind of a low-res hard, isn't it? I guess it's the same size when you're further away, so you wouldn't see it as much at that angle, but when it's close up like this. Anyway, the text on the chest whenever they're wearing either the school swimsuit or the gym class stuff changes per character. Like there it says Hibari on her shirt. Yeah. I guess this one didn't have any. Maybe I should just transform right away to level up the transformations. Permission. Well, this is another one of these. The sword's tip paints a straight line of silver. Well, I think this is gonna be going into her backstory. Or no, that might be later. Yeah, it's probably later once you meet, what's her name? Hien, the sword I wield. Or, let me read that to get the right, intonation. Hien, the sword I wield, is a blade of superlative quality, an heirloom passed down in my family. I bear the weight of its long history. I return Hien to its sheath and let out a breath. My swings are starting to feel lackluster. My endless training is beginning to tire me. I cannot afford to cut corners in dealing with Hebijo. However, pushing myself when I am not at my best will avail me nothing. Indeed, it will only cause harm. I return to the ninja room and sit quietly. Well, actually, yeah, I might actually be going into a little bit of her backstory. I focus on settling my thoughts and breathing, and see to maintaining Hien. I lay Hien down and bow before it, then undo the rivet on the hilt to remove the hilt itself. I use paper and wipe down the blade clean of oil and dirt a dozen times, then I powder it from the metal collar at the hilt to the very tip. The proper care of a Japanese sword is not... Hold on. That's my mom. Anyway, let me get back to reading this. What time is it? It's that time. The proper care of a Japanese sword is an act of respect for one's ancestors, as well as a means of sharpening the mind. It must be done with exquisite care, no matter how tired one may be. As I finish, Asuka and my other friends arrive. After exchanging morning greetings, she begins a lively conversation. Through the rigorous training that shortly follows, Asuka never once loses her bright and cheerful expression. In all honesty, her strength of will surprises me. No matter the pain or difficulties she faces, she greets it all with a smile. That is no mean feat, however it might sound. As class representative, I take great pains to keep my classmates organized. Asuka seems to accomplish the same task without even thinking about it, and always with her trademark cheerfulness. It causes me to wonder if perhaps she might not be a better fit to lead the class than I. As I lose myself in my thoughts, Master Kiria walks into the classroom. Predictably, Katsuragi raises her voice to complain. Master lets out a sigh. Cool down, he said. Katsuragi reluctantly gives assent. Then Hibari decides to speak.
お前たちには忍びの家系図を作ってもらう。先祖にどんな忍びがいるのか、お前たちにどんなものが継承されているのか、それを把握してもらいたい。
でもどこまで書けばいいんですか？
最古の忍びからお前らに至るまでを一本線で書けばいい。
はーい、了解です。
With that, Asuka leans forward and quickly puts pencil to paper. Just as quickly, she puts her pencil down and smiles jubilantly. It's a family tree of 3 generations, her grandfather, mother, and herself. Her grandfather Hanzo is a famous shinobi. Katsuragi and Yagyu both write in silence. Hibari moans in a typically childish fashion. She comes from a long line of shinobi. Given the sheer number of ancestors, I imagine it would be difficult to write them all down. I've stopped working just when my family tree is almost finished. When I think of my family, my thoughts invariably drift to my older brother. He's studying business management, following in the footsteps of father. In truth, however, he wished to become a shinobi. I finished the family tree by writing my own name. Simply a straight line from the head of the family to me. My brother's name is not included. My name is where his would have been. Time has not made it any less of a burden to bear, and my eyes begin to well. Asuka has noticed my predicament. I force a smile. In such situations, I can smile with a little effort. Lunchtime. There's a pleasant breeze, so we decide to eat outside. I spread a mat underneath a tree and set up a picnic. Yagyu immediately begins eating her dried squid. As I listen to Hibari and Yagyu's exchange, I spread out a multi-course meal. I realize I haven't yet set out the tea. I always make sure to have Japanese tea alongside the meal. Oh, what is this scene? I go to retrieve the Japanese tea set from the ninja room. When I get there, I sense a presence. I take a shuriken in hand, and moments later, a man stumbles out before me. It's my brother. His hair is unkempt, his skin sickly pale. In the short time since I last saw him, he's come to look very unhealthy. He holds Hien in his hand. One sec, I'm gonna drink some water. My throat's kinda drying out. That should maybe be fine. Maybe.
お兄様飛燕をどうなさるのですか
どうなさるどうなさるときたか
A cynical smile dances on his face as he speaks.
これは俺のものだどうしようと俺の勝手だ
Maybe I should get a cough drop or something. I think I have some on one of the boxes that I have books in behind me. No, that's further towards the wall, which is pretty far back. Past my bed. Might do that later.
違います。それは私がお父様とお母様から。
It's as far as I get before I close my mouth.
お父様とお母様からよくもまあ抜け抜けと
His eyes darken with hatred. I find myself unable to meet his gaze.
ああそうだよ俺には飛燕を使いこなせないさだけどこれは我が家に伝わる宝刀なんだ血のつながらない他人が持ってちゃいけないもんなんだよ
His words cut me to the bone. He's right. Of course he is. I'm not father and mother's child by birth. I was adopted to succeed them in the path of the shinobi.
飛燕は俺が本当は俺が
He glares at me, grinding his teeth in anger. On the surface, a wealthy financial group. Beneath, shinobi. That is my family. Father had one child, and he tried to send him down the path of the shinobi. Indeed, my brother had even wanted it. But Murasame failed the Hanzo entrance exam. Unfortunately, he had no aptitude as a shinobi.
お前さえいなければ
When father heard of a distant relative who was unusually fleet of foot, he was quick to begin the adoption proceedings. Perhaps if I weren't around, father wouldn't have considered adoption, and Murasame wouldn't have been hurt. Thus my sorrow when looking at my family tree. It doesn't have my brother's name, as it ought to. Instead, there's my name, which doesn't belong. I am deeply sorry for the pain that has caused him. This has caused him. If it would help, I would prostrate myself before him and apologize any number of times. But the passing down of Hien is another matter. Mother and father expressly told me, do not give Hien to anyone else.
すみません。飛燕を返してください。
My voice is lined with frost.
だったら取ってみろよ
Hien is already in my hand before Murasame can finish his boastful command. He shakes his head in confusion and gapes as he realizes what just transpired. His face bright red, he draws a chain sickle from his inside pocket. He begins swinging the weighted end of the chain.
お兄様、おやめください。
俺は小学生の時鎖釜大会で兄弟6位になったんだ
The weighted chain flies out and wraps around my body.
どうだこれで動けないだろう
お兄様、私はこちらです。
My brother had mistaken for me was actually an afterimage left behind by my swift movement.
お気をつけて。
I pull a rope that hangs from the ceiling. The floorboards beneath Murasame drop open. He falls. This very simple trap will lead him directly to the shopping district. Even he should have no trouble finding his way home from there. I hear a curse from the bottom of the hole. I pull the rope a second time. The floorboards close, reverting to their normal pattern. I clench Ian tightly in my hand. A weighty wetness spills along my eyes. I blink at the sound of Asuka's voice.
どうしたの？なかなか戻ってこないから。
いえ、何でもありませんわ。さ、外に戻りましょう。
I surreptitiously wipe the tears before they can even fall, so as not to be noticed.
待って、戻る前にこれ見てください。
It's not simply a family tree. It includes everyone in the shinobi class all lined up like a family. Myself as the mother, Hatsuragi as the father. Then Asuka, Yagyu, and Hibari as the children.
私たち5人って家族みたいなものだなって思って、それで書いてみたんだ。
I stare at the family tree as my vision blurs once again. It's okay to have my name listed here. In my shinobi class I have another family. The tears flood generously down my cheeks.
イカルガさん、どうしたの？なんで泣いているの？
I no longer feel the need to hide my tears.
なんか悲しいことでもあったの？
Asuka looks quite flustered.
悲しいことなんかありません。
I make no move to wipe my face. Instead, I smile broadly.
嬉しくて泣いているんです。ありがとう、アスカさん。
My expression of gratitude, Asuka simply stares in bewilderment.
今日の修行も疲れたな。
No, I'm kind of a sucker for that kind of thing. I'm not like close to crying or anything, but I can feel that feeling in my face at least.
でも弱音を吐いてちゃいられない。もっと強くならなきゃ。
Like around my eyes. And it's kind of like not even super whatever or whatever. But for sure I do feel that.
もう終わり。
小村ちゃん、どうしてもウェブ上の人たちとは戦わなくちゃいけないのかな。戦わずに済む方法ってないのかな。
Oh, we're gonna
こ
fight.
れは隠れ結界感じる。
I think we're just gonna be fighting regular enemies. Oh,
これで邪魔者は入ってこない。
小村ちゃん、
おとなしく超秘伝忍法書をよこせ。さもなくば校内にいる生徒は皆殺しだ。
関係ない人たちまで巻き込むの？どうしてそんな汚いことを？
汚い。当たり前だろ。忍びっていうのは汚いことをするもんさ。
well, they're more saying dirty than awful or anything. I wonder
そんなの忍びの道じゃない。
if that shine effect, like the white parts of the eye, or the. Let me see if it shows my mouse. Yeah, it does. Like if these are like part of the actual iris, or if it's like a hole in the thing. It looks like it might be part of the. Looks like it might go a bit out from the actual iris. Like it kind of looks like it more on this side right here. So I'm thinking maybe that part is modeled as well. And textured white. And then it also has some effects on the lighting. Since you can see the light thing right here. Which would be, since it's like that, it'd be somewhere out. Or actually further in front. It'd be like in front of right here, I think. So there's both the reflection thing and then the baked in reflections. Then I think the shading. Like there is some stuff that's baked in, like the lines on the mouth. Because I saw when I was playing last time that you could see still see the lines on the mouth when they opened. I think it was on both top and bottom. And then this is baked in too. And then of course this, I guess the eyebrows. And then these right here. Yeah, that's just a kind of tangent about 3D modeling, I guess. I should learn how to do that kind of texture. Like the texture on the body, I mean, like on the arms right here. I guess right here too. I think some of that might be baked in. I'm not sure.
だったら忍びの道ってのは何なんだ。
それは私にもまだよくわからないんだけど、今はわからなくてもいつかちゃんと言えるようになるから。
言えるようになんてならないね。なぜならお前はここで死ぬんだから。
Yeah, I think it does go out further. Yeah, you can kind of see it pretty clear here. Because I'm pretty sure the back of the eyes, like the whites of it, are kind of like an empty space behind this. Behind the irises, which would be kind of a disc. I think for the most part it doesn't have shading on that, but it seems like it does have some effect on the light. So you can kind of see there's a slight difference in color between the eye shine and the actual background. It's not super easy to see, but it does seem like there is. Yeah, it does go out a little bit, I'm pretty sure.
さっきから感じているだろう。部下たちの気配を。
どうする？どうしたらいいの？
So I really like that kind of sky shading, I guess. Or it's really blue but kind of dark. It feels like towards the evening on a day that it's gonna rain.
アスカさん。一人対大勢ってのは感心しないね。
みんな来てくれたんだね。よーし、やるよ。
Maybe the difference in color might just be kind of an optical illusion, but I'm pretty sure there is a difference. I'm gonna check if there's... Oh, I thought we were gonna be playing as Asuka. Oh, these enemies. And this one probably is. Yeah, that one has one. I'm gonna check the other boxes before. Also, you can kind of go faster when you're also blocking with this kind of run thing. Yeah, I don't think the other ones. Oh, hey, there's one. I think this should probably take. Yep. Okay, these are kind of hard to. At least in Shinobi, they're kind of hard to deal with since they run in a circle around you rather. And like, dig into the ground and then come back up under you. Oh, and these do poison. Sometimes. I don't know if they do in this game. Neither of the ones they do, at least. That one didn't. Oh, I guess they did, but I was too close for it to show. Oh, they have that kind. Like characters who have seals on their things. Not the animal, the other kind. Like when they're Jiangxi type character. That kind of character design in, I'd say 4 part. Actually, I wonder, probably not. I don't think this game will have actually there might be like a, oh, that was not good timing. An art book type thing where it shows the character design stuff. No, that's too slow. Or I'm going too fast. Yeah. I have to do it when it's close to hitting, kind of. Unless it just doesn't do it with them. Let me check. By check, I mean like test it out, I guess. I'm pretty sure it would on... Oh, there we go. I was just going too fast. Yeah, I'm going too fast with their stuff. You have to do it like right when they're about to... Pretty much. Yeah. It's gonna lower the grade for sure. There we go. At least for that attack, I kind of had the timing more or less. Not super down or anything. Also, I think... Did they drop? At least in the previous game, this kind of character dropped healing items. Okay, I'm getting the timing for that one too. Nice. Nice. Kind of acting like it's kind of a big complex game, but still getting the timing on a game, even if it's this kind, still feels pretty alright. Let's see. Alright, story stuff still.
お前たちなかなかやるじゃないか。どうだヘビ女対半蔵1対1でやらないか。
1対 1？
ああ、アスカはもちろん私とだ。
Oh, I think we might be doing a one-on-one now. Like after, like in the next mission.
どうせならもっと広い場所で戦おうじゃないか。お前たちもその方がいいだろう。校内の生徒を気にしなくて済むだろうし。
それじゃあどこで戦うの？
とりあえずこれを読め。
私たちもそれぞれ行くべき場所
I think those might be each one-on-ones.
これは行くしかないよね。
It's like really want to. I guess I already said that she's not my favorite to play as, but I still really want to play as C rank as Mirai. Before moving forward, let me see if anything unlocked in the store, since sometimes it does. I don't think anything did. I'm sure it would have said it there did. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Let's save, because I haven't yet. I was gonna, well, I think I might end the stream after this next mission. Or maybe I'll try to finish. Yeah, I'll try to finish chapter 2, and then I'll end the stream. Last one was 7, or 8 rather. So this one might be 8 also. This might be a stream of one-on-ones. I forget this girl's name. Yomi, that's her name, right?
確かにそうですね。そんなに警戒なさらずに罠などはございませんから。それにしても綺麗なお洋服、とっても綺麗。お母様やお父様が買ってくれるのですか？何が言いたいのですか？愛情をいっぱいいただいて育ったんでしょうね。ぬくぬくとぬくぬくとぬくぬくと、何不自由なく暖かく。だったら何だというのですか？早く要件を言いなさい。
Also, yeah, this is like the rival characters are kind of supposed to, even with their backgrounds, kind of contrast with the main characters.
大変申し上げにくいのですが、お嬢様にはここで死んでいただきます。ゴツゴツとした寂しい石切り場で最後の時を迎えるのは不本意でしょうが、学校の命令は絶対なのです。わかりました。それならば。
Which also, having the characters contrast with each other can be pretty good for story stuff. Especially if you do it in the way that this game usually does, where I guess they eventually come to understand each other. So it kind of has both of the characters grow in a way. It's pretty good. I wonder if it's good writing or not, though. I like it at least. This lighting is way different than I was thinking it was gonna be. I guess it's supposed to show that it's not school, I guess, maybe? There we go. Oh, that's the wrong timing. Bad timing again. Maybe I shouldn't be just trying to parry everything, but I want to parry. Because it's pretty efficient, I guess. For like keeping enemies from attacking. And going into attack more yourself. And also I just like parrying. Combat or parry. It's probably a healing item, or I guess not. It's empty. Speaking of writing, I want to write. It's been a while since I have. Maybe I'll do a writing stream after I finish making my 3D model. And I guess kind of going back to the being able to do that faster while guarding, I guess it's kind of a wave dash. At least I think that's wave dashing. I don't know a lot about Smash Brothers because I don't play it. Actually, I wonder if you can just... No, it is definitely faster when you're guarding. A little bit at least. See, I picked up one, so there should be another one that way. No dialogue.
これ以上戦うのは無意味です。
どうしてそんなことを言うのですか？
私はあなたを殺したくはありません。
そうですか。ご心配ありがとうございます。でも私はお嬢様を殺さなくてはなりません。
どうして？
あえて言うのなら、あなたがお嬢様だから。お嬢様には死あるのみなのです。
ふざけないで。そんな理由で殺されてはたまりません。
Hope it shows Mirai soon. Oh, oops. I skipped over her entrance. Also, the drill sense in this one worked pretty well, too. Or rather, I like them. Oh, it's healing items, too. Alright, she has projectiles. I forgot about that. It doesn't look like there's any other healing items anywhere. Or not healing, but those things. Or maybe we should have checked how many this stage had. I'm trying to get her to do the regular attack. There we go. Yeah. I don't think the previous games had the stun thing as much. If it had it at all. I never really parried in that game. Even though I know it does. Oh, I'll let this play out. Even though I know for sure those games had them. But since it didn't have the thing that shows the length, I guess, of the attack, I just never bothered. What did I give to her again? Oh, right, that. Hers isn't that good. I'll maybe try equipping something else to her at some point. Nice. Hers should still break, I think. Oops. Keep messing up the timing. There we go. Yeah, there we go. One break. Ah. There we go. Also, I need to check that one. That box. The wrong thing. There we go. Oh, I guess you can just cancel using that. Oh, that's the second one. Oh no, that's just the end. I didn't notice how far her HP was. I wanted to use a thing as a finisher. I guess it's fine. Maybe I should play up that princess thing, see if there are any crown equipment things, accessories, equip that on. Oh, I just noticed that infinity thing is snake. I think maybe all the Hebijal characters have one of those. Could be wrong about that.
どういうことなの？あれだけ攻撃したのにダメージを受けていないなんて。
そんな上品な攻撃では私に傷をつけることはできません。まあいずれにしてもそろそろ頃合いでしょうか。これにて任務は終了とさせていただきます。ではごきげんよう。フォアグラだかトリュフだか知りませんが、お高いものでも食べて束の間の休息をお楽しみください。
お待ちなさい。私を倒していないのに任務終了。一体どういうことなのですか？
もやしを笑う者はもやしでなく、つまりはそういうことです。
どういう意味なの？
Yeah, Yumi's dialogue in this first interaction is kind of to show that she has kind of a,
まだ何かが足りない。
what's the word? I can't remember what the word is, but basically that she hates rich people.
決めちゃいますか。
Still chapter 2. Oh, this one's Hikage. 2, need to remember that there's 2.
値の距離は高いぜ。
いってらっしゃい。
I don't think I'll transform right from the beginning.
さてと、値の相手は。おっと。
Here she is, the snake girl. I guess she doesn't have one.
そうや。あんたも相変わらず鋭い攻撃だし、これはいい勝負ができそうだぜ。勝負？そうだよ。強いやつと勝負するのはワクワクするぜ。
なんでワクワクするの？
なんだよ、興味なさそうに。こっちは修行でレベルが上がってんだぜ。この間みたいにはいかないからな。
Oh, that kind of pose. That very common type of pose, which I guess maybe is tied to some martial art or something. And just generally kit characters like Jam.
そうなの。そしたら逃げさせてもらうわ。
人を呼び出しておいて逃げるやつがあるかい。
This costume might be better for punch characters, which there's only one other, or one who's mainly punches, I mean. Oh, these are new enemies. Actually, the one with the suit might be from the first game. The 3DS one. Could be wrong about that though. And I think I saw them there. Okay, let's look for some boxes. Here they are. There's one. Oh, there's an item. I think. Maybe not an item, but... Oh, right. A big enemy. Getting the timing wrong. This one's kind of slow. And this one should drop wrong, probably. Oh, guard break. I guess I need to avoid those attacks. Ah. And that one didn't do it. And the timing on this all wrong. I'm pretty sure I blocked that. There we go. And it doesn't show the HP for these characters. Oh, there we go. And that's 2. Actually, let me see over here. If there's anything else over here. I guess not. But yeah, I said earlier that those barriers are the justifications for the invisible walls. Man, I really like Katsuragi. Both the personality and just her general attack style, I guess. Overall, she's pretty cool.
どうだいあんたに負けてからいっぱい修行したんだぜさあ今度こそ相手をしてもらうよ
So I guess it's that I kind of like 2 pairs. Yagyu and Mirai and Katsuragi and Hikage.
なんで相手せなあかんの？
どうしてってあたいが強くなったのを確かめたいんだよ
By the way, in later games, they kind of, or at least in one later game, they play with the emotionless thing that Hikage does.
せやったら別の人とやればええやん。
それじゃ意味がないだろう
なんで？強さなんてなんぼでも確かめる方法あるやん。
っていうかあんたとやらなきゃあたいが満足できないんだよあんたは強いだから戦いたいわかるだろうこの気持ち
I guess it's more that I like them as individual characters as opposed to as a pair.
いや、全然わからへんわ。
かまあいいやだったらあたいの拳でその気にさせるまでだ桂木正義のために舞い忍ぶぜ
I want to work on a 3D model, on my 3D model specifically. It's been a while since I've worked on it. Hikage is cool. Alright, she has that kind of cool dash thing. I really like her dash. I remember it, even though I haven't used it in a while. It's real fast. Oh right, guard break. Or maybe you can... She goes straight into it. What was I gonna say? I forgot what I was saying. Oh right, that's what I was saying. I don't know if oh, maybe you have to have that up to be able to be able to do the close break. Oh, I guess so. Huh. I didn't realize that. That's different from the previous games for sure. Guess I'm gonna have to start using that more often then. Not specifically for the close rep thing. Just generally I need to use it more since it's a system in the game. It probably does something.
理解できへん考えや。それにあんたは勝ってへん。なんだよ、負け惜しみかよ。そんなにあたいに負けたのが悔しかったのか。悔しいと思ったことないで。嬉しいやら悲しいとか、そういうのもようわからん。感情注文がないんやから。
Man, knowing what she's like as a character in the previous games doesn't really, like, takes away the impact of this, or that this is supposed to have anyway. Well, I'm sure some people kind of find it, I guess. Oh, look. You can see that it is its own thing right here. So I think it is another text, not another texture, but part of the model of the iris. Let me see what it looks like when she blinks. I don't know if it scrunches up. No, I think it's still the same size. Anyway.
感情がないって。友達とバカやっては笑って、美味しいもの食べては喜んで、っていうのがないっていうのか。何を言うとるんかわからへんわ。嘘だろ。嘘はつかへん。せやからあんたが勝ってへん言うのはほんまやろ。
I forgot what this is building up to. For sure that— oh, I think I know what it is. Yeah, I think I know what it is.
なんなんだよ、あいつ。
I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure.
このくらいどうってことないぜ。
Let's buy some stuff from the shop again.
決めちゃいますか。どれにしようかな。
Might be good to get all the soundtrack stuff first. I think there's less of this stuff. Yeah, I think I'll get the soundtrack stuff first. Oh.
やめときましょうか。どれにしようかな。決めちゃいますか。
Chapter 2. Here she is.
柳生、マイル。
いってらっしゃい。
I think the name of this mission was Dark Mirai, which is Dark Future.
ひばりは大丈夫だろうか。
Let's see who else is after this. Okay, so Asuka should be the last one then. After this is probably Hibari and then Asuka. Here she is.
なんかね、私のところに一人でのこのこ現れるなんて。何？いきなり切りかかるなんて。
Maybe should have closed or muted Discord or something. 1 second, let me check that. Or muted or whatever. Hold on. And I forgot to reopen chat even though no one's here. Anyway.
なんでそんなに慌ててるのよ。
お前に構っている暇はない。
へえ、私を無視しようってわけ？
I think some of the shading on the hair
そうい
is—
う態度に出られると意地でも構いたくなるんだけど。
or rather not the shading, the lines on the hair, some of those might be baked in. For sure it's done with mirroring. There might be some stuff at the front that's done differently. You can kind of see that it's like, you can see the center part right here. Yeah, probably done mirrored, and then once that's done, maybe do some adjustments so it's not completely symmetrical. Unless they kept it completely symmetrical.
ひばりのところに行かなくては。
It might be completely symmetrical. I forgot to check how many of those things are in this area. Oh, it was blind hostility. Defeat Madai was what the thing was called. Oh, these are different enemies, these Wukong type characters. Oh, I got the timing wrong. These archers are just messing up my whole thing. Luckily they have real low HP. Hold on. There we go. Bad timing again. Theirs are kind of slow. Like it has a slow startup. That kind of thing. Also, I kind of prefer that it goes straight to whoever you're launching as opposed to whoever you're locked onto. Or I think it locks onto whoever you launch whenever it does that. I don't think that one has that. I don't think you can parry those. Parry the arrows, I mean. I guess it doesn't lock onto whoever you launched. Okay, now it should be fine, I think. There we go. And then those have a charge, kind of. So that takes longer to be able to parry, I guess. Oh, there's still some of these. There we go. Oh, they're just gonna keep coming in, I think. Or maybe not. Let me check these boxes over here. So I wonder if you can go onto those sides. No, I guess not. Oh, there's still this box over here. Nothing. Yeah, seems not. Come on. There we go. I wonder what like kind of small scale fight type game of this would be like. Kind of like a slower paced game, I guess. Or it's mostly just the one-on-one type of fight.
何とでも言ってろ。俺はお前には興味がない。
I wonder if it'll go to that different area in this map or whatever. Should probably stay on the street.
仕方 がない。野獣、正義のために前
Should
忍
just-
ぶ。
I think they might have eye patches on opposite sides of their face. I think that's the case. Yeah, it looks like it's still this area. And yeah, it is on opposite sides. Also, Mita is more bullet hell. Way more bullet hell. Just gonna... And that's I don't know if those attacks are gonna carry over to her as a playable character. Well, I guess you can parry those. But you can't just block them. Yeah, what I was saying was, oh yeah, I guess I already said it, that I wonder if those attacks will carry over to her as a playable character. I'll have to try it. I'm gonna have to parry more, I think. Oh, right. I guess it did do some tearing, even without the thing. So maybe that wasn't what caused it. It didn't hit because she moved. Oh yeah, I guess you can kind of wave dash. She's gonna keeping her distance. Which I guess, yeah, she's a ranged character, so she's gonna keep doing that. This should, yeah. I think only this version of her hood had that thing that was keeping it in place. I don't remember if the previous ones had that. Of course, usually I switch out her clothes pretty much right away, but I don't know. Okay, yeah, you can see that her mouth has outlines on it, which is what keeps the mouth still keeping the outline, kind of. D rank. Let's see. 2-7. Chapter 1 had 8, right? Yeah. And here's what's her name. Oh, Haruka. It says it there. If there's one more in... Well, overall I'm just gonna be ending once I finish chapter 2. Time for the ara-ara-oness that everyone likes. Well, at least people like that type of character, I mean. I don't really like her hair though. Those rolls on it. Zoom in on her legs, but not showing it shaky.
あなたはい気に入ったわ
Oh, I didn't check if there were any of those things in this level.
その怯えた表情すごく感じちゃうとってもいいわいじめがいがあるでもねまだちょっと足りないのもっともっと怖がらせてあげるからもっともっと怯えちゃってちょうだい
Actually, this might be a bit more difficult since Hibari's way less leveled than the rest of the characters.
ひばり怖がったりなんかしません
But I guess I can just retry it if I fail it.
私のお人形たちを前にしていつまで強がっていられるかしら
Alright, and then Haruka also has poison stuff. Well, at least in the previous games. I don't know if she does in this one. Part of the area. Oh, this part. Let me check those boxes real quick. Just healing. In that one at least. None in there. Not what I meant to do. None in there. Oh, the turtle kinds. Yeah, I guess I can't. Oh, which way was I trying to go? Oh yeah, just generally it doesn't seem like there's anything in this area. Unless it's like in here or something. No, you can't even go in there. But yeah, the turtle ones can be kind of hard to deal with since they always... Well, I guess you could say they're always turtling. Like in Street Fighter. At least in hard mode, they're turtling way harder. So they can be pretty hard to deal with. Or at least frustrating, I guess. Annoying. And now that they kind of... There we go. It's the kind of... What was I saying? Guard break, I guess. I wonder if they're going to be as hard to deal with in hard mode as they are in Shinobi. It's not doing it. There we go. So I don't remember if the previous game showed the enemy's HP. At least in this one it shows it when you're locked onto him, but not any other way. There we go. I'm getting the timing wrong for those two. There we go. But yeah. I should maybe finish Estival at some point. I think I've already finished most of the Shinobi storylines, aside from Crimson whatever, Crimson Squad on Vita. Everything aside from that one I've already finished. And I think I kind of got stuck on Crimson Squad because of trying to get A rank and everything. Or I think it's S rank in that game actually, the top one. Okay, here we go.
いいわいいわ、ゾクゾクしちゃう。ひばりだってやればできるんだから。
I should
追い
have.
詰められた時の真剣な表情、たまらない。こんなに感じたのは久しぶり。
I was gonna say I should have
いいこと思いついた。あなたをお人形にして部屋に飾るってのはどうかしら。
should have transformed right away so I could level or get a EXP for that.
あなたの全身をローで固めて動かなくするの。でも顔だけは自由に動かせるようにしてあげる。だってあなたのくるくる変わる表情だけは見ていたいからね。いい考えでしょ。ひばり、そんなの嫌です。お人形になればみんなの足手まといにもならないわよ。どうしてそのことを。
Kind of, I guess generally they're kind of trying to present these characters as being pretty scary at first.
あら、適当に言っただけなのに大正解だった。そうよね、やっぱりね。あなたみたいな子は忍びの世界じゃお荷物になっちゃうわよね。ひばりはお荷物じゃないもん。だったら証明してみせなさいな。
Speaking of dead weight, I want to get back to Devil May Cry 5. I finished it on the lowest difficulty, but I never got back to trying it on the higher ones. I feel like maybe I might be better at it now. Possibly.
やれなくたってやってみせるよ。
Even though I haven't been playing it.
ひばり、正義のために前しのんじゃ。
Also, I forget how many chapters this game has. But I guess maybe it's a different amount from the original version. Nice. Well, that one's pretty easy to counter, actually. Yeah, her attacks are pretty easy to counter. For the most part, at least. Oh. I just kind of generally missed that one. Let's see, is she gonna... Oops. Oof, that was a lot. Big multi-hit. There we go. Oh yeah, she mostly fights with that robot of hers. Also the stuff that's in her coat, but she's not wearing the coat right now, so... That expression probably says a lot. Oh, that grin was pretty good though. At the beginning of the transformation. Yeah, overall she has a lot of... I guess most of the characters have a lot of character animation type stuff that kind of shows off how they are as a character or whatever. Like Hibari's stuff being kind of childish, I guess. Oops. Come on. Ah, I just did that one wrong. I don't know if wrong, but... Ah, that didn't... But yeah. Come on. Still hasn't done a break aside from that first one. Ah, here we go. Did the timing on that one wrong. Even though I've been doing it pretty alright all the other times. Right. I'm getting a lot of the timing wrong. I think maybe it's more relentlessness in your attacks and doing it with that thing on. Possibly. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I guess that still counts. Yeah, that still counts. Or maybe hitting them with that also helps. That tongue looks bad. She's the only character that has her tongue outside her mouth sometimes. Since like when you look at the mouth opening, you can see that the tongue is part of the inside of the mouth. Like it's modeled onto it, as opposed to its own separate thing. Excuse me. So I guess this whole arc, especially this whole chapter, has been kind of like, since the first chapter is kind of setting up how the characters are, characterization, all that kind of stuff. This chapter has been kind of building them up a little bit and then pulling them back down to show that they're still not enough to take them on, even with that practice that they've been doing at the beginning of the chapter. The next ones will be building themselves up again a bit until they get to the part where they do take them on. So it's not like a super complex story, it's more the characterization and all that stuff that kind of brings it higher, I guess. D rank. Yeah, the story isn't, I already said that, the story is not too complex or anything. Not this one. Also, something I kind of wish they kept from the previous games is that being able to kind of walk around the room and talk to the different characters to kind of get their perspective on the current events, I guess. I guess it still kind of has that with how they are kind of standing around the room. Their different posing and whatever. And I think it would have been better if they actually did give their perspective like having you talking to them. Also, look, you can see that they did kind of make these more individual side things than on this side. For the most part, it's pretty symmetrical. This looks more or less the same as this side right here, but more of this is split into different sections, some of them kind of being a bit longer than others. So yeah, 3D modeling, it is kind of starting with symmetry and then making it less symmetrical, I guess. Still chapter 2. This one might be the last one of the chapter.
忍びの道を貫くためにいってらっしゃい。ホムラちゃん来たよ。言われた通りに。
さてやるとするか。
こんな戦いをして何になるの？何の意味があるの？
戦うことの意味か。私が蛇女でお前が半蔵。意味はそれだけで十分だ。
たったそれだけのことで命のやり取りをするっていうの？
ああ、それだけのことさ。世界のあちこちで起こっている戦争だって大体理由はそんなものだろう。
私にはわからないよ。
分かり合う必要はない。さあ、おしゃべりはここまで。お前の忍びを見せてもらうよ。
I think this one might be getting straight into the fight. Yeah, it seems like it. Also, I think I've only been on this map in, like, for Estival, only in the training area. Not really training, but like kind of not an actual map they can go to, more or less. I'm gonna go this way, since it seems like there might be something. I guess not. Just actually. Here we go. Oh, just healing items. So that's how the... Because I had unlocked... It showed it from the leveling thing. Well, I was leveling the characters that there's a quick fall thing. I keep messing up the timing. Because this one has kind of a slow startup. There we go. Which is kind of hard for me to keep track of, I guess. Not really keep track of, but time. Because I kind of prefer to, or kind of, I usually end up, these are new enemies too. Though they were running in a circle, so they might be replacements for the ones in the previous games that would run in a circle. But yeah, it seems like they are. Yeah, because it was the other kind that would run in a circle like this. But yeah. See if they get back to running in a circle. Doesn't seem like they're going to. Maybe after it reaches a certain amount down, they just stop doing that. Nothing in those either. I wasn't sure if I was heading in the right direction.
さて、いよいよ本番だ。
小村ちゃん、約束して。私が勝ったら、もう半蔵学院から手を引いて。
お前が勝ったらか。いいだろう、約束してやる。もっとも、そんなことは 100% ありえないがな。
Something about 100%.
小村ちゃんともう一度戦う時のために修行したんだ。勝つ。絶対に勝ってみせる。
In regards to the localization, I guess.
小村、舞順次よ。
いざ尋常に舞い切れ。
Let me check these items real quick for those things. I can't go that way. Over there. There might be some stuff this way. There's this one over here. I think there might have been energy for the skills. Since I haven't come across any in this game, but there's usually items that fill up your energy bar or whatever. But there hasn't been in this one. So far anyway. Maybe they replaced them with that thing. Oh. Timing's wrong again. There we go. I'll open that just in case. Or activate it, I guess. I don't think that is what was causing it though. Or maybe it was. Or actually, does this... I think there is still a good amount of HP. Well, that might end the battle right away, actually. Could be wrong about that, but it seems like maybe it does. At least after having one down, maybe? Possibly. I'll have to test it out, maybe.
私、勝ったの？
少しは強くなったみたいだな。
Also, I kind of wish the timelines thing for, like in the character skin options, I guess, was more like this kind of timelines.
ダメージを与えてない？
お前はその力を何に使うつもりだ？
忍びの力は大切なものを守るために使う力だよ。
ならば聞く。大切なものを守るためなら、お前は人を殺せるのか？私を殺さなければ、この戦いは永遠に続く。お前の大切な仲間や学校はずっと私に狙われ続けるぞ。それが嫌なら私を殺すことだ。
そんなことできない。
だったらいずれお前は私に殺される運命だ。さて、話はこれまでだ。十分時間は稼いだからな。
時間を稼いだ。まさか。
Yeah, I think it is gonna be that thing. I'm pretty sure it was that. B rank. Oh, looks like that's the end of chapter 2, I think. If that, I don't think it showed it, but what's it called? Yeah. The achievement I got.
どれにしようかな。決めちゃいました。
So yeah, let me get some stuff from the shop and then I'll end the stream.
やめときましょうか。
Just 2 things. But yeah, that was good. Almost 3-hour stream, pretty good, pretty alright. Yeah, I'll end the stream now. So yeah, later. I'll maybe stream this again on another day. Maybe tomorrow or something. Maybe not. Sometime relatively soon, maybe. But yeah, later.